Hey, welcome back to the channel. Another day, another dollar. We're back working on the Transit Connect 2006. And today it is a day where I'm going to try and get a lot of parts put on instead of me taking off and treating. So let's start with the cabin filter. Here's a new one, Borg and back. Super duper. Now, if you want to, if you need one of these filters for your van, shop around. This same filter varies between £10 and £2.60, depending on where you go. Right, so I've taken that scuttle panel off that you saw in the last video, and I've just taken off these two bolts, which could do with that one could certainly do with a bit of brightening up, couldn't it? And they are T30s, so Torx 30s. Size, I've done these two so I can just lift this out. I could do with a bit of a tart, couldn't it really? There's the intercooler, look. Got a bit of clogginess going on up here. What I want to do is take the whole thing off and flush it right out, and because there's a lot of stuff I need to get to behind there. I've got the new top hose, I've got that. I've got a new bottom hose, got that. And there's another hose I've got, and there's the catch can there. That is the catch can, and underneath all that is an awful lot of leakage. So yeah, I need to get right in there. Right, let's have a look under here. I don't think that's been changed in a little while. And this piece here, I got a feeling that should be not just flopping around like that. No, does that look bent? Oh, it is bent. I reckon that should be flat. Yeah, I reckon that should be flat. And I reckon it absolutely, that silhouette there, that fits in that shape perfectly. Well, that's not been doing what it's doing. What is all this stuff down there? I think I'm going to need to get the vacuum cleaner in here first. Look, I don't want any of that going inside of there, so I'm going to pause you there, go and get myself a brew and the vac, see what we can do. Ooh, it rhymes. Cool. Well, I wish this wind would sod off. Alright, so that piece came out of there somehow. I need to straighten it up, and as I looked to the left, there was this piece in there, and this whole bottom section was saturated. It had, like vegetation sludge, old dead leaves and stuff, literally right up there. So that's up in Henry, and inside there, all this area here was absolutely completely chock-a-block with leaves or wet dead foliage and stuff. So I'm so glad I've gotten in there, because it started to, a little bit of rust there, that would have gone straight through. So yeah, right, let's try and get this filter out, shall we? I don't know how or okay, push that little tab outwards, does it? Oh, okay, right. Okay, to me, so you bend that down, grab hold your little paper flap, very gently ease that through. My God, right, absolutely no weight at all. That's got to be, that is some weight in there, seriously. Okay, I'm just going to do this bit of a vac, and then there's that poor motor down there that's been straining like hell. Right, let's get on with it. Right, that looks an awful lot better, don't it? Right, before I get too carried away, I need to clean that up, clean that up, clean all inside there, because that's what I do. I get right in the nooks and crannies, and whilst I'm here, I just as well take these off, get them out, get that off, get that out, hoover behind there, clean that out. But first of all, let's see if we've got any blower betterness. Oh, flipping it, man. Oh, I had to go up the stairs manually just now because Caroline had already taken the stair lift upstairs. And my golly, when you got to stop at the top of the stairs, it ain't no fun. Right, let's put the key in the ignition and put the fan on. Oh my god. Oh my god. We actually have air coming out the... Oh man. You have no idea. If you had a piece if you had a piece of toilet paper there before, it would barely move it. Wow. That's hurricane force, isn't it?
Yes.
Right, well that's an improvement for a start, isn't it? What is that over there?
The cut in the grass.
Cut in the grass? What with? A fucking tornado F-15? I don't know. Is that a thing? Tornado F-15? Don't know. I know this is a tornado because... Anyway, catch you in a minute. It's the next day, thankfully. Yeah, I had to spend an extra hour and a half in bed this morning, and it pained to get out of bed, but I had to get out of bed because I had to go down to the post office, because if you are registered disabled, you can get money off your road tax for your vehicle. So I went down to try and sort that out, but I've got to do it on the DVLA website. And I have to send stuff off to them and get things photocopied, and all that kind of stuff fogs your head up. I've just gone, I'll do it later. So we're back out with the Ford. I am wanting to get this off and that off, and I have found my little clamp. Oh, thundering again. So I have put tension on there, and now I need to just tap that. I have sprayed it. I have actually had the nut off of each one, and I've gone around with it like a pick, and I've picked out all the white crust, because you've got a steel shaft and an aluminium wiper arm, and though they have welded together over this, what, 17 years, might be 18 years, they welded together. I don't think they've ever been off. So I have bought my equalizer, so I just need to now give that a bit of a tap, bit of a squirt, bit of a tap, bit of a squirt. Top tip, if you're doing stuff like this, take these arms off. I've just put a piece of tape on the screen level with that arm, so when you go to put it back on, because it's splined, you can only put it on on one given spline, and it will be either there or there, sort of thing. So if you give yourself a guideline already, so you can see where to put that back on, kind of stuff. So let me have a tap and see what I can do and go from there, really. Right, catch you on a bit. Where's me brew? Now I've semi-repaired that, I'm going to now give it another go. It's on its last chance, so it's either going to or it isn't going to. Where's Alan? Come on, Alan, get in there, do your job, son. So we've got a bit of play there. I'm just going to strip the threads right out of there. I can feel it. It's just going the same. Yeah, threads are gone. Right, let me give that a bit of a bang and a tap and see how far we get with it. I don't know why, but this camera keeps tripping out. Go on, son. I'm recording and then it stops and goes back to the menu, and what I filmed hasn't recorded. So if you haven't heard, yes, this looks a bit drastic, but it's the only way when it gets to this stages of corrosion. There are no other ways around it, I'm afraid. How's that looking? Still a bit shoddy. Oh, we've got liftage, guys. Oh, yes, my little £1.99 tour from I don't know wherever land has done it again. Because it's a Ford, it's 15mm nut. Come on, you know you want to. That was moving. That was moving. I'm telling you. Oh, my back. Oh, my fronts. Oh, everything. Hey, there she blows. You were witness to the cretinous doom that is corrosion. The bane of existence of us poor snivelling restorers. Now I can get that back off because I forgot to put the partitions in, those two aluminium things, and then I can take this off, get the hoover in there properly, 100% clean it, fix whatever's I've broken there, clean the wiper arms up, paint the bloody things. Oh man, I've got to go and sit down first, pick my tools away, put the bonnet down, just feet up for half an hour and have a brew. I think that should give me another hour's worth of labour. Good. What a pain in the ass. Anyway, smiley bunny, because those of you that know that doesn't normally happen. It's normally certain death for that, isn't it? Great. Okay, right tool for the job again. It's seen better days. The thread's almost gone out of it. I might wind in an M10 thread, but yeah, don't know. Anyway, right, see you in the next bit. Or this might even be the end of the video. If so, tutty bye, drop a like and subscribe please if you can. And yeah, peace to everybody, and I hope everybody is well, and don't forget, your health is the most important thing you own, so look after it. Bleep bloop. Right, I've given these a good coat of angle grinder with 120 wheel on, keyed everything up. I think you'll agree that's all ready to go now. Use my very artistic way with it, so to speak. Come on, focus with you, camera. My goodness me. So I've got all the loose off. Need to wire brush inside there because obviously you can't get inside there. That pin is actually worn away. You can see it's actually trying, the spring is pulling it further and further in, same that side, but it's all keyed up. It'll last a little bit longer. I could take that pin out of there, just wang it out with a drift and a hammer and put something a bit more substantial in there, but yeah. Right, so that's ready to go. Just need to go and find my black paint now. Ah, my arms hurt, my knees hurt. Yeah, and the dog's making my ears hurt. Shush. There we go. All painted back together. Oh, Mr. Screw Out. Mr. Eats, Mr. Screw Out. All back together. Look at that, it looks so much nicer, doesn't it? All back together, the filters in there properly, doing its thing. There we go. Job's a good one. Right, I'm happy with that. Sorry I didn't do too much filming of it, but what a flipping afternoon. Honestly, so yeah, didn't go as planned, but eventually I got there, so that's all good. Turbo intercooler covers on, that's all good. Thing is, it's all got to come back off because I need to find that oil leak, but that's another day. Time has run out, energy wasn't there to start with. So that's the end of that. Right, we will see you next time on ET's Restorations. Take care, thank you for watching. There's the old Anglo-Saxon. See that? The colour of that water. Look at that. Good old Anglo-Saxon saying goes, I'm fucking fucked. I am actually fucked now. I need to really fuck off because I'm just not doing myself any favours, really, physically. I had a job to move this morning and I know I ain't going to get out of bed tomorrow. But hey, look at this floor. It looks like almost a new van. Those brownie bits you can see are rust converter. Yeah, just slide that door too because it's all been greased. All the runners have been greased. That's better, you can see the floor better now. And yeah, cool. Got the bumper off. I think I showed that earlier, didn't I? That's what's left of the fucking bumper. So I've been over there with the angle grinder, ground off all the shit paint, and that's all good metal now. Yeah, that's the two nuts for the tail light. Right, I'm gonna go and get fucked. Nice one, boys. Now this left-hand door, when it shuts lovely. Top clips in really well into that one. The bottom one you got like 5mm of. And this plate, you wouldn't have thought that would have moved, would you? But with a little bit of Monsieur Impact and a little bit of hair breaker bar and a little bit of coffee and walnut muffin. Look at the fucking size of that muffin. It's huge. And a little bit of jam shed and a lot of luck and a bit of squirt. We have movement. What are the chances of that? The chances of those nuts underneath coming off. I did have to go in the tradesman's with a blast up under, and then a quick nibble and a quick sup, and then another impact. But yeah, so I can now, because they're sort of adjustable, isn't it? You loosen these two off, and this plate sort of, you've got back like a 10mm pitch sort of thing. So you just get it to where you want it. I'm just going to move it back a little bit. But first, I'm actually going to take it out and then oil and copper grease the nuts, the capsulated nuts inside. And then, because I need to paint that before this goes on, otherwise I can't paint it, can I? Anyway, I'm still fucked. Don't forget that. Right, catch you later. Cheers, boys. Well, I've forgotten where I was in this video, but anyway, nonetheless, let's start with this replacement slam panel, this left rear door. Now we've got the paint laid down. It's been 48 hours for that to go off. That was the old tatty, hilarious, crappy old piece. So now I'm going to exchange that for a nice brand spanking new one, look, with syphilis. Oh, E.T., come on, man, shut it. Right, so that bolt's on there somewhere, and that plate goes on the reverse via that hole. So obviously when that's bolted through to that, through the bodywork, the whole thing, you can manoeuvre it around to get the exact tightness of close. That's the plan. So I need to go fishing now, and if you put that over there, look, you can see what we got going on there. So I'm going to go for the middle hole, said the actress. So, oh, for goodness sake. So I am going to poke my hook down the middle hole, fish it out here and pull that up through like so, hopefully. See if I can just do it on camera. There we go, I've got that there. Let's put that, which way round do I want it? I want it that way, don't I? Because then I kind of get it in where I want it. I need to just hold it up there whilst I start. Nice stainless steel pot there. Start that one. Unfortunately, I've only got one of these. I think I gave 2 of these away with some bar ends weights, but never mind, I have one, and I'm gonna have to stick these old crusty 2 back in that I've managed just about to wire wheel a thread back onto them. Right, so let's have a go at this and see how it goes. Just put it in the hole first. Go on, just put it in. Push it in the hole. There you go. Good lad. Right, now pull up on this like so. Ooh, clever, smart ass. So let's do that like so. Right. Right, okay. So now let's man-hoover it around. Come on, that'll do. No, to me. To you. It's difficult with one hand, isn't it? Gotcha, gotcha. Now I'm going to eat you. So we can... Oh, you bugger. Wasn't counting on that falling through the hole. Oh, tits. Well, you get the idea. So with 2 hands, I will now do that and get that in there. For goodness sakes. Right, take 2. So I pulled it up, obviously, put that bolt in, and then put this plate on and managed to sort of get that bolt in there. So now I can remove this bolt, hopefully, and then align that with that, and then look at the old scoreboard. Terry and June 14, Pete and Sheila 72. Right, there we go. All I've got to do, one hand, is get oh dear, why they bring it to knockout back? I missed that. Right, go on Sam, you can do it. Go on, you know it makes sense. But yeah, back of the van's sort of coming on now. There's a side panel, it's not fixed in yet, it's just a couple of screws I think I've wedged in there. I've got the 2 elephant ears back on. I've got the 2 tread plates back on there and fixed. I just wanted to get this done before we go too far. So, because it looks like it's going to rain, so I just want to be able to just throw everything in the back of the van and shut the door and go inside for a well-earned break. Because I am crackered, I'll tell you. But something is keeping me going, and I don't know what it is. Right, so we just nip those up. Nippity nip. Let's get that somewhere about right. Okay. So we'll bring that door in. Oops. Ooh, that's actually spot on. We've got a little bit of play, but that's fine. A little bit of play is good. It's when it's rattling about 5 mil that isn't good. So I'm going to stick with that. Yes, sirree, Bob. Okay. Oops. Try and keep that parallel with everything else. We can just nip this up now. No, I don't want to give it armfuls of beans. You just want to really tight, really snug it up. Don't just nip it. Really snug it up, because if you slam the tailgate and this plate moves in, oh, come on! I could use those screws there, couldn't I? In all fairness, you're right. Good. Aye, it's all good. It's all go. Now that looks a lot better than that, doesn't it? No, I see no ships, Captain. Right. Actually, split ends. I need to make it a bit shorter, I think. Okay, well that'll do for now. For that, now I can actually shut the doors, go around to the side, hook everything out the van, and get laying this stuff, which is insulation and sound deadening for the floor and roof, not for side panels. So let me crack on with that. Then I can actually get the floor back in and start fixing panels here, there and everywhere. Like so. Incidentally, yesterday that tail light up there was a broken cable. The earth, Ford, what are you playing at, right? Their black is a neutral, and the green and yellow, which is earth on any other planet, is actually a feed, is a switch line for the high level brake light. So I've had to, what I did is I pulled a flex in, because there was someone had been in there before and it was a mess. It was just all different cables everywhere. I need to cable tie that up to make it a bit tidier. Yeah, so that now works. High level brake light works, which is great. So yeah, oh, I like that. That's good. That is proper nice. I like that. That is well worth the effort. Now I've done that look a lot tidier from when I bought the van last week. Not even a week yet, I don't think. And then I can get the bumper on. Now I've done all that shite, I can whack the bumper on, can't I? Which isn't going to be easy. Anyway, right, catch you in a bit. How utterly annoying. I was just recording video for about 5 minutes about what's happening and what we're doing now and all the rest of it, what's going to be done. And I didn't realise that the radio was banging away in the shed of dreams. So therefore I'm now starting again, but I'm not going to bang on for 5 minutes, it's going to be 30 seconds. Here's the rack. Caroline's going to scrub and brush it in soapy water, get rid of all that lichen stuff that the birdies like to eat, get all that off there. I'm going to give it a coat of satin black. The roller is now doing its thing. You managed to free off using some penetrating stuff and some graphite oil. You managed to free up, and that's beautiful. So if you've got something heavy, just roll it up. It's easy. It's so much easier than scraping metal against metal or wood against metal or whatever. That's good. We managed to pick up 2 8x4 sheets of 5.5mm ply, 6mm ply really, I think we call it. That's the remnants of one. This is the other one. They were part sheets because Matey's nibbled a bit off of there. Because we are literally, I've managed to cut that out after doing a extremely complex jig to get the shape right. I cut that out with a little jigsaw. There's a jigsaw down there, and Caroline's just given it a coat of this grey that we're using for the shed, basically, and what I've done all the other internal panels with. So yeah, I can give it another second coat when that's dried. Right, we've got to stop flapping the gums because I've got a bumper to put on. Rear bumper, cover plate, end caps, and I need to wire in the tow bar electricamix. Okay, catch you in a bit. Ooh, it's coming together. Ooh, sexy. Here is the new bumper. It only has one hole, and that is for the towing eye just there. The other type you can get has, I think, there's 4 holes for parking sensors. But we're not that posh here. We like to rough it and use our skill in reversing to not kill anybody. So that's good. Yeah, this whole kit, which consists of the bumper, as you know, and end caps with clips. Sole, I guess sole's left. And what's right? Saggy sole. That sounds a bit like a complaint really, doesn't it? And this end panel, top cover, £68. I think that's really reasonable because all these Transits suffered from really rusty bumpers. Let's just turn that over. So it's on the plastic here, not on the metalwork. So what can I do to future-proof this? Anything at all? Can I treat it with anything? I suppose I could hammerite it, couldn't I? Bit of bare metal there. That's going to rust through in no time. Bit of bare metal there. What? Oh, yeah. What is going on here? Yeah, not the best quality steel in the world, but it's a rear bumper and it's almost shiny and it's better than the one I've got. Tampon? Are you kidding me? I'm going to have to Google that now in French, what that means in French. Tampon. What would that be? Who knows? Right, let's attempt to get this thing on here. I need to find a couple of nuts first to fit these bumpers. They look M10, so that's what I'm going to get. I'm going to get some copper slip grease. I'm going to cake this because it goes in that hole there, and in the back of there is like a metallic tube, not unlike this, but obviously the outside circumference of that, like a tube in there, and the only thing you can get in there is a like a spark plug socket up to do up the nut. It's kind of encapsulated. It's in a recessed tube. It's a cow to get through. I just had to angle grind the old one off, as you saw on the earlier vids. Right, got my sunshade up because it is a beautiful day. Right, there we go. Let's crack on. Right, generally in life, if you see something that looks like a bargain, it's a bargain for a reason, and this is no exception. Take a look. We've got the bumper there. Okay, we've got the nice study bolt there. Look, that's nice. And then when we come to this side, it's like that. It's just the way it is. Anyway, look at all this nastiness. And why is that nastiness on there? Because I've got to drop the tow bar bracket, because it won't go in there, hence the scratches on the bumper. I've tried everything. I've tried sliding in from the left and the right. Bottoms of the doors, they get in the way, so I'm going to have to cut them off. Nothing is ever as straightforward as it says on the tin. Probably. Okay, well there we are. It's 4 bolts that have been on there for a long time, underneath the back of the car, the van. So they're going to be easy. They're just going to fall off of my hands, aren't they? Alright, breaker bar, impact, other breaker bar, mallet, hammer, 18mm ring spanner. Trouble is you can't get any of that on it. All you can get on there is an open C-spanner or crescent wrench. as our brethren in America will say, a crescent wrench. I can see what you mean there. So, and there's 4 of them. Oh dear. And one of them, oh my good God. Where is that one? Oh, you're shitting me. Is that for real? Oh, come on. Oh, that's really going to come apart, isn't it? What have I done? What have I done, love?
I don't know.
Oh, these 2 you can see are fine, but the other 2 aren't just like the mirror image of that. They're up underneath, and they are X bolts that don't need disturbing. Right, I'm going to leave that there. Go and have something to eat because it's hunger time, and yeah, go and bang my head against a few walls. Bugger. Right, the conundrum that is the rear bumper. Caroline has come up with the perfect way of getting it fixed, or getting around it, because I was gonna, yeah, there's no way them bolts are gonna come undone without heat and all that guff, and I am not fit enough to do any of that kind of stuff. So Mr. Grinder, with some brand new Wiseman German steel cutting discs. This is the top of the bumper, this is the bottom. It's where the tow bar is, so I am going to cut it out. Cut it out, son. So it will get rid of all that scratch paint, and it is right. That's the centre, and that is equally equal. So I can mark a pen. All I need to do now is go and find some masking tape. Where are we? That way. Cut it the right way, easy. The plonker, and now I can start grinding that out of there, or cutting it out of there, and chamfering the edges, treating it. I've got some Galv paint actually in the cupboard under the stairs. Right, thank you, Caroline. Fantastic jobbing. Good jobby. See, it takes, the more eyes that look at something, the more ideas flow. I would never have thought about doing that. There we go. Right, let's do it. Well, that was some scary shit, I can tell you that, but yeah, done it in one hit. There's the cut, and it looks, I've offered it up, it looks really good on the van. So I've just got to go around this now with my bastard file. Yes, it's a left-handed bastard file, so that's good. So I can chamfer that side, chamfer that side, chamfer that, chamfer that, and so on and so on. Now I've offered it up against to the van, and as we know, we've got quality stud work going on, haven't we? I've managed to wind these ones on, but the paint is so dodgy. But this one, as it's the Leaning Tower of Pisa, I have literally got to put that nut on there and then equalise it as best I can. Oops. Oh, come on, don't tell me it's gone loose. Oh, you're joking me. You are joking. Oh my God, I'm going to have to wind the nut right the way down, aren't I? But I can't do that. It wants tacking, doesn't it? Paul! Paul, Lynn, tell him to put his knife and fork then. Come on, over you come. I've got a bit of welding for you. Friend. Oh dear, you can't write this shit. Seriously. Second coat is going on the left-hand side in a side panel. So yeah, I know I'm one of them. Yeah. Right, let's crack on with this file. Get that that rough edge smooth and treated so it doesn't rust. And do something with this stud. Oh, I don't know. You just can't. Oh, I don't know where I left you on the last clip. I think I was funnying around with the bumper, wasn't I? Well, that's now cut out. Show you later. And it's painted and sealed, and that stud that broke, the tiny whatever it was behind, I think it was just the paint holding it on between you and me, broken. So I've araldite it from the inside where the hole is for the towing eye. It's about 2 inches away from the back of the stud, so and there's an indentation, so I filled the hole up with araldite. So by tomorrow morning that should be rock hard, and I should be able to fit the bumper finally. What else was I going to say about that? Don't know, brain fog. Don't know. It's not important. Must have been a lie. So at the moment I am out here. It's dusk. It's the best part of the day. It's cooling off. And it gives me time to do the stuff that I couldn't really do during the midday sunshine because of stuff. And the roof rack is now installed. So now we should be able to go on safaris. So safari, so good. Did I show you the wiper arms? Come on, focus. Yes, look at my finger. I need a good soak, don't I? There's the wiper arms. All done in situ, all nice and clean. It's all nice and clean. It's all clean behind. We've got the new pollen filter in there. Things are looking up. So I've tried isopropyl alcohol. I'm going to try thinners in a minute. I have tried tar, sap and glue remover to remove bodges. Okay, this gutter, this is your door seal, and up here on these transits you've got a gutter seal. Here's one I cleaned earlier. It's a gutter seal just to stop literally water going into this area. So it's just a gutter like that. That's all been cleaned out nicely. Unfortunately, though, they do the adhesive that holds this to the actual structure does sort of fail over the years, and this piece is no exception. But what they've done, the bodgers have actually used. This is grip fill, guys. I don't know if you're familiar with grip fill. Comes in a tube, and you sort of gun it into cracks, and it sticks like what do you call it, on a blanket. Oops, I better not have gone in my beer can. So yeah, I am using this tool. This is what I use to repair phone screens. This is the tool that you get in the back of phones to get with heat, to separate the two covers, to get to the battery, get the screen, blah 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 blah. This is great for sort of ice picking this stuff off, because it is stone hard. And as you can see, it's taken me about an hour to do 2 foot there. I've even had to go down to bare metal. So I have got some primer. So I'm going to mask all this off tomorrow. Well, all of this off, because this is going to be done by the end of play today, I promise. So I'll be masking all that nonsense off tomorrow and priming it. I'll need to get some more of that Diamond White 2 aerosol spray to match up with the other colory stuff. So yeah, I think inputted effort is paying off, and it's worth it, isn't it? So yeah, here's that other panel. Look, it's just loosely in there now. That's one. And where are we? This is the driver's side, and that's the drinker's side, as Derek would say. Vice Grip Garages. He's so funny. I love that fellow. He's just dedication to his job is second to none. So I've cut that out of that big 8x4 sheet. Caroline painted it, and it's now 2 coats. It's now ready. It's dry. It's in the back of the van, just to be sorted. We were going to do 3 things today, if we could possibly fit that in between, taking a break. But unfortunately, taking a break seems to be taking a back seat, which isn't good. They were cut that piece out and paint it, fit the tow bar, well, you know what troubles and tribulations that were, and fit the roof rack. Now, the guy I bought the roof rack from, he said it's just come straight off of a high top, long wheelbase Transit, just go straight back on. Nah, not on your Nelly. He must have been a Mark II. Well, I thought they were all the same shape. But no, where the feet were, nowhere near it. You must have had a short wheelbase. But I've had to see a bracket there. See the bracket there? And the other bracket was there. But I've had to move it to there, re-drill holes, or line everything up this way and that way, etc. And reinforce up under there, sort of thing. I might need to put some sort of brace in there because I've got a lot of weight on the back of the roof rack. That's just going to come in, isn't it? But I'm still debating on what to do there. But it's on for the time being, so we can go to Safari Land with our little suitcases and our camel stuff up the top there. Okie dokie, let me crack on because time is ebbing away today and it's been a very long one, unfortunately. I sat down earlier and I shouldn't have done. I just got back up after about half an hour of scrabbling around on the sofa trying to. I got up and I said to Caroline, look, I'm just going to go out and get it done. It's cool. And here we are. So thinners I'm going to try next, but it's just going to take the paint off, isn't it? It's a manual job. Bodgers, please don't bodge with grip fill. Anything else, chewing gum, string, whatever, sellotape, but not grip fill because it's an arsehole to get off. Okay, if anyone knows an easy way to get grip fill off, please do down the bottom there for me and give me a bit of a help. Thanks again for looking. Right, I'm going to wrap this video up here because it's dragging on like a thingy's leg. Can't say that anymore. It's a shame, but there we are. Okay, right, catch you later. Take care of yourselves. Be good.